Hello there, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Fat Wallet Podcast. I am Jaime Elizondo from Real World Ranching. Today, we'll have a real heart-to-heart chat about something that's been on my mind for a long time, and I bet has crossed yours too. What are the top 5% of ranchers doing differently? Have you ever stood out on your pasture, boots muddy, sun beating down, and wondered why some ranchers always seem to be thriving while others, good people, hard workers, keep struggling just to stay afloat? Why is it that some ranchers profit year after year, even in dry years or when markets go down, while others cross their fingers waiting for that good year to cover last year's losses? I've been there myself. I used to scratch my head and think, is it luck? Is it their land that is higher fertility? Is it just having better cows? From decades of working with ranchers across many environments and countries, I can tell you it's not any of those things alone. And I will tell you the hard truth. Most grazing teachers won't. 95% of ranchers make the same critical mistake. They are trying to do what seems right, what is popular, what's taught at seminars, but it's holding them back. And what's the big difference? The answer is simpler than you might think. We know that the number of productive lives that you can maintain at a low cost determines your profits, right? The more productive animals you carry, the more you dilute your annual operating cost. So that's the golden key. But of course, to carry more productive livestock, you must grow more grass. And here's where the trap lies. Many ranchers chase higher grass production, but with inputs, fertilizer, irrigation, expensive seed, and more chemicals. The problem? That higher productivity comes at a cost, and you end up running on a treadmill of expenses. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? The solution is as old as nature itself. Nature built the world's most fertile soils without any synthetic inputs. It was done by a beautiful partnership between the land and animals, wild herbivores shaping the land with their hooves and grazing habits. We can recreate that by using our livestock as ecosystem engineers. Our herds can mimic the role of those extinct large herbivores whose job was to manage, prune, and shape the land. I am actually about to publish a scientific paper explaining just how these ancient grazers molded entire continents. Keep an eye on my website to dig deeper into this fascinating story. Okay, but let's get back to today's ranchers and that common mistake. Many graziers rotate their cattle religiously. They move their animals from paddock to paddock. They rest the grass. They reduce fertilizers and chemical use, and yet the weeds and brush start creeping in. Bare patches multiply, hay bills keep climbing, and animal health dips down. Does that sound familiar? You were hard, you do everything the grazing books say. Yet, after 2 or 3 years, your pastures plateau or worse, they decline. Your cows are losing condition, or you're spending more than ever on supplements and hay. And you're thinking, why am I doing all this, only to end up struggling? And here's the part most grazing teachers don't talk about. It's called top grazing. Sounds innocent, but it breaks the rules of plant physiology. Let me explain. In plant physiology, green leaves produce energy through photosynthesis. Stems, on the other hand, consume energy through respiration. When cattle selectively graze, they consume the lush green leaves and leave behind the tough stems, and that is a disaster for the plant. Because the plant now has no way to photosynthesize effectively, yet the stems, still attached to the ground, pull energy from the roots, and you end up with a weak, energy-drained plant with fewer resources to regrow. You need to know that grass regrows by using its energy reserves in the roots and ground, and not by the leftover green leaves, because livestock at a high stocking rate do not leave any green leaves attached to the plant. Just observe. So what happens next? The best plant species, the ones you want, start to decline, and weeds, brush, and poor quality grasses begin to take over your pasture. There's even a name for it. They call it diminishing species, the good ones, and increasing species, the bad ones. The more you top graze, the worse it gets. Could it be that many of today's grazing gurus simply overlook this key part of plant physiology? I believe so. And that oversight has cost ranchers dearly for over 60 years. But here's the good news. There's a better way. I've proven it over the last 13 years with ranchers and students worldwide in every environment imaginable. You do not have to fight nature, you can work with it, restoring your land and increasing your profits at the same time. If you're nodding in your head right now thinking, this is exactly what I have been experiencing, then I invite you to be part of something better. We're teaching ranchers just like you how to break free of the old mistakes and step into a system that works. A system where you grow more grass, carry more livestock, use way less hay, spend less on inputs, and improve your land faster than you ever thought possible. Interested? Then join my waitlist right now at www.rwranching.com waitlist. You'll be the first to hear about the proven system quietly transforming ranches worldwide. Recap and conclusion. The top ranchers are not following or doing what everybody else is doing. They have realized that knowledge is power. They know that the number of productive livestock they can maintain at a low cost determines their profits. They know that to maintain larger numbers of livestock productive, they need higher grass productivity. And they achieve this by following nature. But not nature as we see today, but the natural way grazing was done thousands of years ago. A way of grazing that supports plant physiology and not a way of grazing that goes against plant physiology. They know that doing this will lower their cost per cow and their profits will explode because they will have many more cows. And the solution is as old as nature itself. Nature built the world's most fertile soils without any synthetic inputs. It was done by a beautiful partnership between land and animals, wild herbivores shaping the land with their hooves and their grazing habits. Top grazing or selective grazing is the culprit. It leads to overgrazing, which is grazing a plant when it's too young. It leads to a hard pan forming in your soil and to a much reduced productivity by making your best forage species weak and fertilizing your poorer forage species. Exactly the opposite of what will help you to increase your profits. As you can see, it is not your fault, and you can remedy this very fast. The good news, there is a better way. I've proven it over the last 13 years with ranchers and students worldwide in every environment. You don't have to fight nature. You can work with it, restoring your land and increasing your profits at the same time. I invite you to be a part of something better. We're teaching ranchers just like you how to break free of the old mistakes and step into a system that works. A system where you grow more grass, carry more livestock, spend less on inputs, and improve your land faster than you ever thought possible. Interested? Join my waitlist right now at www.rwranching.com/waitlist. You will be the first to hear about the proven system quietly transforming ranches worldwide. Well, thanks for listening, my friends. I am Jaime Elizondo. This was the Fat Wallet Podcast. Stay safe, stay curious, and remember, the land wants to work for you, not against you. Until next time.